What's going on YouTube? If you're new here, my name is Danny James, and on this channel I cover content around music video editing, seamless transitions, tips and tricks, and a bunch of useful stuff that you can work on your music videos. On this tutorial I'll be showing you how to do these exotic strobe glow transitions that you've seen in most of Judge Bufford's music videos, which I believe is one of his signature style. This is one of the transitions that we did on our previous video, which is really doing well on how to edit music videos like Judge Bufford. Make sure to watch it right after this video if you are interested. So let's jump into it. Okay, I have my comp set up already for this. So looking at these two clips right here, first the bottom layer consists of everything in the background, and then the layer above has a rotoed layer. Just to save time on this, essentially you'll need to roto brush your subject, but not for this entire duration. You can even roto brush from maybe the last few 10 frames for the clips, so you don't really have to roto the entire timeline for that. And going on, this leads us to the Shaek crew performance scene, which then leads up into another shot of him, which we'll also transition into. So it has a solo shot which has the background, and then it has the rotoed layer of the hand only, just this hand. So I'm also picking these from the previous tutorial which we did on how to edit like Judge Bufford, on how to do the exotic glow strobes animations. Simply put, we're going to transition from this first clip with Melvoni to this crew performance, and you're going to use a portion of the rotoed layer here. Find the last 10 frames of your rotoed layer. So that's about 10 frames. I'll trim whatever is on my left. Okay, and then I will put this layer right above so that the following shot comes right after this one. I will hide these two layers so that you can see what we're working with. On this layer that has the roto, which is 10 frames, just go to your effects and look for a strobe light. Drag it on that clip, or you can double click and make sure it's operating on color, and then play with the duration. If you put something like a 0.4, make sure the period is maybe about twice that speed, so 0.8, and then it should look like that. So for better results, you want to put a duration of, let's say, 0.1, and then the period at 0.2, so it should strobe really quick like that. And if you want a much faster strobe, put something like 0.05 on the duration, and then on the period 0.05 times 2, if you did math, it's 0.10, so that's 0.1. so that's a bit more faster, but I actually prefer the previous one, 0.1 and 0.2. So you can find just what works better for you, and then you need to go to your effects again and look for a glow. And for this, I wouldn't recommend trying using the inbuilt After Effects glow. It doesn't really cut for this. You have to use some third-party glow, whether that's the Sapphire glow, Radiant Universe, the deep glow. So I'll try the Sapphire glow, put it right there on that clip again. I will increase the brightness just a bit, okay, and then I'll go to my threshold. I'll bump up that value. So now it has that exotic glow that I was actually talking about. And if we show these other clips, this is what it looks like. Now to pull off this look, you just need to do one more thing. Right at the middle of this rotoed layer, you want to push your initial clip right here. Okay, so they should both share a part of this strobe light. That's generally what I've seen from most of Judge Bufford's music videos, and it looks really lit. So you can decide on the amount of frames that you want to use on your rotoed layer. You can extend this duration and then push your clip just a bit. So we'll extend it up to about 15 frames, and then they can both share something like that. And then I'll preview this from the top now. Yeah, you can see it looks really clean and super simple to do. So that's the reason why I would emphasize on having a little more room for this rotoed layer, so that you can have this flexibility later on. And now we will transition from this clip right here, and then use this hand instead, this portion of the hand that I just showed you, to transition into this second clip. And then I'll push these two clips so that they can overlap this one briefly, about 10 frames. Let me just count it from here. Okay, we can push it up to there. So we're going to transition from this clip to the next one using the rotoed layer of the hand. So I will disable the clip that is right below first so that we don't get confused, and then I'll trim down the rotoed layer so that it ends right on this transition. We have these at 10 frames. Now we just need to add the same effects that we did from the previous one. Simply we can go back to the same clips and then copy those two effects onto the rotoed layer here. And then I will re-enable that layer so that you can play everything from the top. And now we just need these two clips to share this effect. So I'll trim these so that halfway it's from this first clip and then the other half goes into the second clip. So now I'll play everything from the top. Yeah, that looks really clean and really simple. Now to avoid repeating this process, you can simply go to your effect controls, hold Control and click on the two effects that you've used for this, and then go to animation and then save this as a preset. So we can name this exotic glow strobe tutorial. So you can save that and you can later find it on your effects right under animation presets under user presets. So there it is, and you can simply drag and drop it the next time you need to do this. If you've been looking to do those transitions that you've seen on Judge Bufford's music videos which have this exotic glow, that's generally the way to do it. That's it for me today. I hope you did enjoy this tutorial as much as I did prepping it for you. Give this video a like if you genuinely enjoyed this tutorial, and subscribe if you're watching me for the first time, and turn on the post notification bell so that you never miss out on my content. My name is Danny James. See you in the next tutorial. Peace.